Alright, this is Steve. I'm back for Tomb Raider, the remastered edition, PS4. Level 2, City of Vilcabamba. It took me a long time to be able to pronounce that word. Actually, I remember my grandma helped me with that. So we're going to run forward, and we're going to dispatch at these four-legged fuckers really quickly before we get chowed down on. Come from every quadrant. Well, three ends at least, so you can head right into the middle and start the most important things in the level. I kind of like to get the perimeter out of the way, kill all the enemies there, and pick up the items, and then head into the middle. Also trying to do this from the perspective of somebody who wants to do it 100%. Can't promise I'll kill every bat, but I'll get it really close. Down to this creepy hallway here. This would be what I was talking about if you watched the first video, first level, the caves. How I said everything's tile activated. Somewhere along here is a tile, probably right a few feet before the wall ends. Activates this wolf. Where are you? Ooh, so it's right near the... There we go. I'm really confused. There's supposed to be a wolf there. Holy shit! Oh my god, okay. Okay. Gather yourself. Wow, that was hilarious. Wow. I have never... He's supposed to... I don't know what caused the AI to make him run off down the hallway like that, but... That's not common. Anyway, moving on. Suddenly gets really lit over here. That was funny. Bunch of bats, take care of them. And if you keep going, it just winds up taking you back to where you started. Beginning of the level, so we won't go over there again. We'll just hang a left and get... There's a bear in here. Kind of want to draw him out. It can be a little tricky without taking kind of damage. Just kind of back up and hope that he doesn't get on top of you. This game is designed to reward you for getting the secrets. As long as you get all the secrets, then, you know, you're going to have plenty of items along the way. You're not really going to have to worry about health and ammo. Forgive me. I'm staying on the mic, but I'm getting some water. I promise it will only take a few more seconds. A real professional would have prepared that before starting the video. But I just want to get rid of my cotton mouth, so my words are more pronounced. So thank you for your patience. And let's get going. So the best thing to do now is to... Let's just get this part out of the way. Those of you who are new to this and not good at swim mechanics, go right when you come down here. And there's going to be two switches in this area. One of them is going to be right, one of them is going to be left. We're going to hang here, and then we're going to go into this corner. So we went right first. Hit X to pull the switch. Come out of the little room. Where could we be? I wonder. Yet another meta pack. For anybody who watched the first video, and I mentioned trying to figure out how to switch between this and the newer graphics, it's the start button. They are beautiful, but I'm not interested right now. So we got that out of the way. We're gonna jump back into the water. We're still gonna go right when we head down here. Head back up this way, but instead this time we're gonna go left. And it should be, yep, there it is. Corner to corner. And where is that? I wonder. I don't recommend doing this if you're not experienced at the game and not good with the underwater mechanics, but you can go right for it and still make it. Just keep going the way we came, but go straight forward past the main entrance and swim up here. Right. That switch we pulled opened that door in this one-off room that we're going to visit once and not come back to. I love that noise. Pick up our first magnum clips for a gun that we're not going to get for quite a bit. About halfway through the game. And that's all that's in here. That's another secret. And I just want to throw in my 2 cents that when I was a child, and even still now, there's something about these dragon statues that I always found a little off-putting. There's really nothing quite like them for the rest of the game in design. I don't know. But anyway. We can just head right back to the way that this all started from to get to the main chamber. So the middle here. Completely finished with that. No need to revisit that again. And we want to head this way. I have a funny memory of watching my stepdad play this game, who's no longer with us now. Him struggling with the controller while trying to get the character lined up with a switch to pull it. Some bats here that are hard to trigger. Let me just do this first. I remember him saying, "Come on, you bitch." I already killed the bats, actually. Alright, so this part, you can run directly from these collapsing tiles in front of us to that meta pack and make it easier for yourself. If you don't make it, like I just fucked up right there. Wow. If you don't make it, you can pull the block out and just climb up. It's gonna add about, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute for you speedrunners, so just get it right, unlike I did. And the block is essential for our path forward, so let's just keep pushing it. Alright. And I don't think it's any coincidence there's a C on the wall. I think that stands for Core, the company that made the game. Keep pushing. The ability to flip midair like that is not something you had in the original version of Tomb Raider 1. In the original PS1, it was only in the second and third game, but they added it for here. I question that a little bit. I mean, it really doesn't make a big difference, so it's not a big deal, but I don't know. I am very impressed with this, so no complaints really overall. I'm just glad to have a physical version of these games, because I love Tomb Raider. Bat up there is hard to activate, isn't he? How isn't he moving? I have to jump in the air to get him to... There we go. See, there's a specific tile right there you had to step on. That's what I'm talking about. We have our 2 artifacts to go forward. And we want to find a door. There it is. I always thought that looked like a fucked up picture of E.T. on the wall right there. There's lots of wolves here, so just kind of go in firing. And, you know, don't let any get behind you if possible. Just keep them in front of you. And this room looks big and intimidating, but it's really not. It's actually just 2 chambers. So, let's check it out. Oh, I apologize, folks. I'm not on my A game right now. It's only 8:30 p.m. and I'm tired like it's midnight already. So, we're gonna get through it here. Do a standing jump. I think this is definitely the first area in the game where you could tell the developers really wanted to test your jumping skills and get you ready for what's coming, because if you've never played this, the latter stages of this game have some ridiculous jumps. But really, it all just comes down to that basic mechanic I said before. 99% of the time, the jump is... I mean, most of the time, you just make it. You tap backward, you hold forward, you hold square, and you will make it. Even for the long, scary ones later. So that opened one of the doors at the bottom. Be careful here, watch your step. If you fall at the wrong spot, you are dead. So you want to hang and drop here as far, oh, not as far to the right, but further to the right and not on that little sloped area to the left, because this is just higher and it's safer. You can see it dips right there. Alright, walk carefully, or just move carefully. I think those are our first shotgun shells. It won't be too long before we get that. Hang and drop. Lots of goodies around. bottom, and we want to head to the door we worked hard to unlock here. This part can be longer or shorter depending on how good your jumping skills are. What I mean is that, here, I'll show you. You can get to where you need to be up there rather quickly by just hopping along these tiles and climbing up, but if you don't make it, you can take the longer route and go around by going that way. But I'm going to try and just hop across the tiles, grab the ledge. There we go. Sneaky little shit. Alright. I wonder what this will do. Beautiful. Once again, watch your step. Don't be fooled. You're coming out the opposite way this time, so now the ledge you want to drop from is going to be on your right instead. And we're just following the same safe path back to the bottom. Our final middle door unlocked. And you'll want to be careful here because these giant blades, there's no choice but to activate them by stepping on these tiles. You know what to do. And go. And go. Alright. We need to unlock that door right here, so we need to pull this switch and go through. Oh, okay. Alright, so you're going to want to immediately swim forward. I just like to get this out of the way quickly, swim right up here and go through this little hole. It's like pictures of some kind of god all over. You see, I thought he was in a different area, not here. Yeah, he's not here. He's at the bottom. Okay, step one. We're almost at the end. Well, we're at the end of the level already. We're almost cleared it. There's a bear down there. He's hard to draw out, so you might wind up taking some damage. Oh, bless you. Well, that worked out well. Alright. Next step is to... I'm questioning myself now. Where did that other area lead to? Okay, so it's just a dead end. Tricky bastards. So we'll just head out of the water here. And there's a little stairway hidden in the corner. I really need to get a straw so I can drink water easily. So we'll flip this switch. Technically you could have exited the level by now by putting the gold idol we got earlier into that door, but coming up here for the last secret. Because you'll want plenty of this ammo for, I mean, you don't get it until much, much later, but this is the Uzi ammo, so get it while you can. If you're really good at this game, and you know, this is not a dig against anybody who's not yet, but You really will wind up using the Uzis very little. Just because your instinct will tell you to save so much ammo, and by the time you get to the point where you want to use them, the game's already done. It's one of those things. Kind of like with Resident Evil. You wind up hoarding items, and by the end of the game, you have so many. So, we'll put the gold idol in here. And that's going to be that for City of Vilcabamba. And we did it in 20 minutes, a little slower than I'm used to, but you know, whatever. I'm taking my time and enjoying this. 3 secrets found, 13 pickups, 29 kills. And that's going to be it for this video, so I will catch you for the next one. If you're somehow finding these, that's the Lost Valley. See you then. Thank you much.